Namaste. Good morning. Welcome back to the gardens of Parmarth Niketan here in Rishikesh in the Himalayas. And as always, it's a pleasure for us to be able to connect during these times when we're all separate, apart, and share these practices together, going inward so that we can go outwards for better relationships with all others, because we're never truly alone. In this life, we depend so much on these relations to all other beings, near us and far away from us. So begin your practice today by finding a comfortable way to sit. It can be sitting cross-legged or any other way. Sitting bones drop down and back, lift up through the crown of the head. Let the spine be spacious here, but not rigid. So it's rising up, but the breath can move freely through the body without holding things tightly. Let the shoulders soften. And now take a deep inhalation. First, feel the body expand. And a long, smooth exhalation. Notice the sense of groundedness, the weight of the body, rooting into the ground, the floor. With your eyes closed, now just begin to notice the breath without changing it or manipulating it in any way. Just notice as the breath moves in and out. And notice if it feels smooth or if it's a little bit rough, jagged, or stuck at points. Notice if the breath feels deep or if it's shallow. And finally, notice where in the body the breath moves most. Is it the belly that's expanding and softening? Or is it more through the chest or up towards the neck? Just notice. And now start to deepen the breath. Let the belly relax. And as you inhale, fill from the bottom to the top, just finding a little more fullness than you would in your normal breath. And smooth exhalation. Shaping the breath to be a little fuller, a little smoother, a little deeper. On every inhalation, bring the awareness in through the nostrils, down through the center of the body, all the way to the pelvic floor, base of the spine. And as you exhale, trace the awareness up through the center of the body, following the spine, all the way up towards the crown of the head. So on the inhalation, the awareness draws down, even as the body expands. And as you exhale, awareness moving back up through the spine, as the body softens, lifting tall. bring the hands together in front of the heart. And we'll chant 3 Oms together. First, exhale completely. Now a deep inhalation. Release the hands, open the eyes. Welcome to your practice. We'll practice Nadi Shodhana, this alternate nostril breathing, a pranayama technique that has a very balancing, calming, and purifying effect through the body, the mind, and really has a way of centering the thoughts, and bringing you back to focus, back to stability, back to calm. So it's a useful technique to do either the first thing in the morning or at any point in the day when you find yourself getting a little bit distracted or kind of riled up, these reactions that rise through the body. You can always step back, notice the breath, do a few rounds of Nadi Shodhana, see if it helps. The breath is always there to help. So we'll use the right hand with the second and third fingers curled in towards the palm of the hand. This is Vishnu Mudra. And you'll use the right thumb to block the right nostril when you're breathing through the left nostril. The fourth and fifth finger will block the left nostril as you're breathing through the right nostril. And you don't need to push very hard into the nose. It should go just at the top of the nostril so that as little pressure required closes off the passageway entirely. So if you need to blow your nose, you can take a second to do that or kind of wiggle it out. And now, here we go. One thing to mention also, if you feel like the breath becomes very forced or you're panicking, like you can't get a complete breath, just release the hands, breathe normally through both nostrils, let it come back to calm. We'll start by blocking the right thumb, or right nostril with the right thumb. Inhale left. Switch at the top. Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. Keep going at your own pace. Let the breath be as smooth and silent as possible, like a clear stream. Next time you exhale out the left nostril, release the hands. Sit with the eyes closed, normal breath. Observe the breath. Observe any changes, any effects. Now open the eyes and bring the fingertips to the front of the chest. As you inhale, drop the elbows back, lift the chest, lift the gaze. Exhale, round the back, elbows forward. Again, inhale, expand, upward rising. Exhale, round. A few more like that. Letting the breath move through the spine. Sit tall in the center, reach the chest forward, and now move the ribs in big circles around the hips. You might notice some particularly tight spots through the back, through the hips. And now reverse directions. Same thing. Bringing some fluidity into the body. A gentle massage for all the internal organs. Sit tall in the center. Inhale, arms overhead. Interlace the fingers. And as you exhale, drop the right elbow down. Turn to look down over the right shoulder. Inhale, back through center. And exhale to the left, gently stretching the shoulders. Again, inhale through center. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, back through center. Then as you exhale, a nice easy twist to the right. Gaze over the right shoulder, out the corner of the right eye. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, twist to the left. Gazing over the left shoulder. Every inhalation, lift through the crown of the head. And as you exhale, gently draw the belly towards the spine. Deepen the twist. Release the twist, back through center. And now shift forward over the feet. Make your way to hands and knees, all fours. So set yourself up, shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. On an inhalation, lift the crown of the head, lift the sitting bones. And as you exhale, round the back, sink the hips all the way to the heels. Again, inhale, scoop, broad chest. Exhale, round the back. Belly draws the hips back towards the heels. Keep going like this, letting the breath move. The next time your hips come back to your heels, just stay here in Balasana, child's pose. Forehead gently pressing the ground. Press the hands forward and down. Let the breath expand into the back space of the chest. Walk both arms and chest all the way over to the right. Reach a little further with the left hand. Pull the left hip back, sink the left shoulder down. And walk the arms and chest back through center and all the way over to the left. Reaching far with the right hand, pull the right hip back, sink the right shoulder down. Now arms back through center. On an inhalation, come up to all fours. And exhale, tuck the toes, send the hips high. Downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. And slowly walk the feet all the way up to the hands. Forward fold at the top of the mat, feet about hip distance apart, knees bent. Drape the upper body over, head and neck heavy. You can keep the hands down or grab opposite elbows. Now release the hands. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine, hollow belly. Exhale, fold forward, soften. Again, inhale, lift halfway, reaching through the crown of the head. Exhale to fold. With bent knees, inhale, roll all the way to stand up. And now step your feet a little wider than hip distance apart. And we'll practice a few rounds of Uddiyana Bandha Kriya. So it's this very strong internal suction that we do empty of breath at the bottom of an exhalation. And it means this upward flying lock. So we're really condensing sensation through the center of the body. And it creates powerful strength, has this heat building and kind of waking up effect. So I'll talk you through it. You'll catch on quickly if you're not familiar. Just be gentle here, nothing extreme. So first, a nice smooth inhalation. Now exhale, bend the knees, hands to the thighs. Follow the breath all the way out. Now draw the belly in and up. Hold. Release the belly. Inhale, stand up. Regular exhalation here. Again, inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, back round slightly. Follow the breath all the way out. Pull the belly in and up, hold. Release the belly. Inhale, stand up. Regular exhalation. 2 more rounds on your own. You can hold as long as feels comfortable, but again, nothing extreme. Once you finish, step to the top of the mat, big toes to touch, heels a few inches apart. Prepare for Surya Namaskar, the sun salutations. It's very classical movement, tapping into the potential of the body through the center line, using the breath to wake up. Hands to heart center. Feel the feet pressing down deep into the earth. Lift up through the crown of the head. Way out into the sky, out towards infinity. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, dive forward, bright chest. Inhale, step the right leg back. Look forward. Exhale, left foot back to meet it. Lower knees, chest and chin. Inhale for Cobra, Bhujangasana. Exhale, downward facing dog, hips high. Inhale, step the right foot forward. Exhale, left foot forward, fold in. Inhale, rise all the way up, press into the feet. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, left foot back this time. Exhale, right foot back. Empty of breath, lower knees, chest and chin, shoulders back. Inhale, Cobra, bright chest. Exhale, downward dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, left foot forward. Exhale, right foot forward, fold deeply. Inhale, stand all the way up, strong legs. Exhale, back to center. That makes one full round, leading with the right leg, then the left leg. We'll go through 2 more rounds at your own pace, letting the breath and movement happen together. So it might be a different pace than what I'm doing. And if you forget the movement, just join back in at any point. Here we go. As you're ready, we begin. Whenever you finish, stand with the eyes closed. Bring the awareness inward. Feel the breath. Feel the heartbeat. Notice whatever sensations are arising. Any effects. Now release the hands, open the eyes. And hop the feet about hip distance apart, hands to the hips. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, fold forward. Reach down and grab the big toes. You can bend the knees as much as needed. Inhale, lengthen the chest forward. Exhale, fold all the way down. Padangustasana. Head dropping heavy, elbows pull out to the sides. Sitting bones rising upward. Steady breath. Inhale, lift halfway. And now as you exhale, switch the hands to insert the palms underneath the feet. Bend the knees as much as needed. Get the toes all the way up to the wrist creases. Inhale, lengthen the chest forward. Exhale, fold back down. Padahastasana. Steady, full, rhythmic breath here, filling the chest. The lowest part of the belly gently draws in so that you fold over that space as the head and neck soften. Shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, hands to the hips. With strong legs and a flat back, inhale to stand all the way up. And as you exhale, tap the feet back together. Samastitihi, equal standing. Now step the right leg out in a big step. Turn to face the side of the mat. And now right toes towards the back of the mat, left toes slightly in. Setting up for Trikonasana, a triangle pose. Arms to a T. First inhale, expand the chest. And now as you exhale, reach out over the right leg. Right hand can come to the shin or to the floor. Left arm goes straight up. Turn to look up at the left thumb. Steady breath, steady gaze. Inhale, stand all the way up. Heavy tailbone. And as you exhale, turn the feet to the second side. Left toes out, right toes slightly in. Inhale to expand the chest. And exhale takes you out over the left leg. Left hip pulls back. Left hand down, right arm up. Gaze to the right thumb if possible. Steady breath. Every inhalation, reach through the crown of the head. And as you exhale, draw the belly in. Gently roll the chest open. Each breath sculpting the shape, refining the edges. Always changing. Inhale, stand up. And now turn the feet to the right again. Time to the right toes forward, left toes slightly in, setting up for revolved triangle, Parivrtta Trikonasana. Right hand to the hip. Inhale, left arm alongside the ear, get tall. And now as you exhale, reach forward, forward, forward. Right hip draws back. And then left hand crosses it over. If possible, place it outside the right foot, either to the floor, or if you're at home, you can grab something to place it up on. If it's too intense outside the right foot, bring it inside the right foot, either to the floor or raised up onto something. So wherever the left hand is, now roll the chest towards the right. Turn to look up over the right shoulder, and finally extend the right arm up. And now breathe into the intensity, into the awkwardness of the shape. Every inhalation to spread the chest. Exhales, draw the right hip back, belly in, left ribs roll across. Inhale, stand all the way up. Unwind through the center. And now turn to the second side. Left toes forward, right toes in. Left hand to the hip. Inhale, reach through the right arm for length. And now exhale, reach forward, forward, forward. And then across. Place the right hand either outside or inside the left foot. And roll the chest. Look up over the left shoulder. Left arm up. Steady breath. Strong through the legs. Turn to look down, and then inhale, stand all the way up. Toes to the right again, right toes out, left toes slightly in. Bend the right knee for extended side angle, Utthita Parshva Konasana. Inhale, spread the chest. Exhale, reach over the right leg, either right elbow to thigh or hand to the floor. Left arm comes alongside the ear, and then really reach away from the left heel. Gaze to the center of the left palm if possible. Every inhale for length. Exhales, draw the belly in, sitting bones heavy, roll the chest open. Root into the feet. Inhale brings you back up. And exhale, turn to the second side. Bend the knee. Reach out over the left leg, left elbow to the thigh or hand to the floor. Right arm alongside the ear. Then drop back into the breath. Every inhale for length. Exhale, roll open. Press into the feet. Inhale, stand all the way up. And then release the hands. Turn both feet parallel, facing the side of the mat. Hands to the hips. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, fold forward just halfway down. Now release the hands to the mat if they come easily, or place them up on something, or bend the knees, or hands to the legs. Inhale, lift the chest, reaching forward. Exhale, fold all the way down. And if the hands come easily to the floor, walk them so they're in line with the feet. Elbows and hands shoulder distance apart. Sitting bones floating upward. Steady breath. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, hands to the hips. With strong legs and a flat back, inhale, stand all the way up, moving from the center. And as you exhale, just root down into the feet, sense of groundedness. Now inhale, spread the arms, bright chest. Exhale, hands behind the low back, interlace the fingers. As you inhale, send the hands down, lift the chest. Exhale, fold forward. Hands come up off the back, all the way overhead. Strong legs. Steady rhythmic breath. Now root into the feet. Inhale, stand all the way back up. Release the hands. Step back to the top of the mat. Samastitihi, equal standing pose. Close the eyes. Pause for a few breaths here. Again, bring the awareness inward. Feel the breath. whatever you experience at this point. Open the eyes. And then shift the weight into the left foot. So left foot rooting down, you can spread the toes on the mat. And lift up into that left hip, strong through the leg. Lifting all the way through the crown of the head. And now pick up the right leg, interlace the hands in front of the shin. Find a steady gazing point, that's the drishti. Then either stay here or bring the left hand to the hip. Either keep holding the right shin or grab the right big toe, stand tall. Then if you're holding the toe, if possible, start to straighten the leg any amount. It might go all the way straight or it might stay bent. Keep lifting tall through the crown of the head. Steady focus, steady breath. And now, whether the leg is bent or straight, draw the leg out to the side. And if possible, turn to look over the left shoulder. Steady focus, steady breath. Rooting down, lifting through the center. Now draw the leg back through center. And then everybody, straighten the leg out in front, both hands to the hips. Lift as high as you can, gaze to the right big toe. Lift it a little higher. And set it down, 2 feet on the floor. Second side, easy side. Root into the right foot. So rooting down, lifting through the center of the body. Pick up the left knee. Establish the steadiness here. Find the stable breath, stable gaze. Then either stay here or right hand to the hip. Grab the left big toe, stand tall. Then any amount, extend the left leg. Now, whether the leg is bent or straight, draw the leg out towards the side. And turn to look over the right shoulder if it's stable. Now leg back through center. Release the hands. And everybody straight leg out in front. Gaze to the left big toe. Lift the leg as high as possible. A little higher. And release. Close the eyes. Pause for a few breaths again here. Checking in. Feeling the body. Feeling the breath. Very simple things, but just noticing. And open the eyes. Step back to the top of the mat if you're not already. Bend the knees, reach down, skim the earth. Inhale, lift the upper body, Utkatasana. Sitting bones dropping heavy, either big toes to touch and knees touching, or put everything hip distance apart for more space through the low back. Hips sinking heavy, really reach through the arms. Sit a little deeper, reach a little more, sink a little deeper, reach a little more, and now fold forward over the legs. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands. Step back to a high plank position. then slowly lower to the belly. Inhale for Cobra, Bhujangasana. Exhale, Child's Pose, Balasana, hips to heels. A few breaths here. Let the body soften into the earth as the breath rises up, expanding through the back of the chest. Now hands in towards the knees. Roll up to a kneeling position. And then shift the feet out in front to sit in Dandasana, the staff pose. Hands alongside the hips. Strong legs, sitting bones rooting down, heels pressing down. Lift through the crown of the head. And pull the chin back slightly. Tuck it down towards the little notch in the collarbones, until you feel just a slight constriction through the throat, Jalandhara Bandha. Inhale, chest rises, heart floats. As you exhale, keep the chest lifted, draw the belly in and up. A few deep breaths here. Now inhale, lift the head, arms overhead. And as you exhale, fold forward out over the legs, reach as far as you can. Grab either the feet or anywhere on the legs or ankles. Now everybody inhale, back away, lengthen the spine. And as you exhale, soften, folding deep. Every breath, let this wave move through you. Inhales for length, exhales to soften. Chest gradually surging towards the feet to lengthen the low back. Letting the breath be the effort here, without forcing the posture. Let the breath move through the shape, taking it to its full potential. Being gentle with yourself. Inhale, back away, look up, and then release. Draw the right leg back inside the left thigh, both sitting bones on the ground. Inhale, arms overhead. And as you exhale, fold forward out over the left leg. Grab anywhere on the foot or the leg. Inhale, back away for length. Exhale, fold in. Now back into the same wave of the breath. Inhales for length. Exhales to soften. Left hip drawing back. Right ribs twisting across. Right sitting bone dropping towards the floor. Inhale, back away, look up. And exhale, release. Extend the right leg, sit tall. And now draw the left foot back. Same pose, Janu Shirshasana. Sitting bones rooting down. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, dive forward, long spine. Grab wherever you can. Inhale, back away. Exhale, fold in. And every breath, just seeing where it goes. Steady breath. Inhale, back away, look up, and release the foot. Sit tall. Extend the left leg, hands alongside the hips. Now draw the right leg in, sole of the foot to the floor. So the ankle's under the knee, a little space between the right foot and the left leg. Right hand behind the back. Inhale, left arm to the sky. And as you exhale, twist across. If possible, hook the left elbow outside the right thigh. And then turn to gaze over the right shoulder. Every inhale, lift through the crown of the head. And as you exhale, draw the belly in, ease into the twist. Turn to look over the left shoulder and release the pose. Right leg long, sit tall. Now left foot in, sole of the foot to the floor. Left hand behind the back. Inhale, right arm reaches first. Get length. And now as you exhale, round the back to curl across. Get the right elbow as far outside the leg as possible. And now inhale, lift through the crown of the head. And exhale, rotate. Turn to look over the right shoulder and release the pose. Sit tall. Now come to sit about halfway up the mat, knees bent, feet on the floor. Hold behind the thighs, lift the chest. And now lean back until you can pick up your feet for Navasana, the boat pose. Either stay holding the back of the thighs or reach the arms forward if possible, shoulders back, and lift the shins parallel to the ground, spread the toes. And see what happens if you straighten the legs. Hollow belly, lift the chest, steady gaze, steady breath. Inhale, lift a little higher. And now exhale, release, cross the shins, plant the hands next to the hips, pick up the hips, and then pick up the feet. Lower down, Navasana, boat pose, back in. Steady breath, hollow belly, lift the chest. Inhale, lift a little higher. And then exhale, release. Cross the other shin in front. Plant the hands, pick up the hips, pick up the feet. Lower. One more, Navasana. Feel the heat in the center of the body. Steady, discerning focus. Inhale, lift. Exhale, cross the shins, pick up the hips and the feet. Lower down. And then sit tall, hug the knees. And now reach the arms forward. Slowly roll down onto the back. Once the back of the head touches down, walk the heels in towards the hips until you can just brush the heels with the fingertips. Feet are parallel, hip distance apart. Inhale, lift the hips. At the same time, lift the arms overhead. And as you exhale, lower everything back down, using the entire breath. One smooth motion. Again, inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Keep going like this. Next time you exhale, keep the hips lifted, just lower the arms. For bridge pose, Setu Bandha Sharvangasana. Hands interlace under the back. Walk the shoulder blades towards each other so the base of the neck is actually lifting off the floor. Steady breath, knees reaching forward. Press the feet into the floor. Let the breath fill the belly and chest. Deep inhalation. And as you exhale, release the shoulders and hands. Slowly roll all the way down. And once the hips touch down, let the knees fall together. Keep the feet wide. Bring the hands to the low belly. Feel the body breathe. Let the low back soften. Gentle rise and fall of the belly. Now knees in towards the chest. Gently rock side to side, massaging out the low back and sacrum. You can make small circles with the knees. Feel those concentric circles being drawn on the floor underneath you. Now come to a still in the center. Extend the left leg long. And then keep the right knee drawn in towards the chest. Start some big circles here with the right knee, getting all around the right hip. Now squeeze the right leg in as tight as it goes towards the right shoulder. Reach long through the left heel. Now reach down, grab the right big toe. Then if possible, straighten the right leg. And if it doesn't go straight, options are to grab a strap or a towel or anything you have at home, or take the hand either to the shin or to the back of the thigh. Left hand reaches down the front of the left thigh, helping ground it as you reach through the left heel. Now draw the right leg out to the side. Right sitting bone, drawing forward and down. Good. Gently press the foot into the hand if you're holding the toe, or press it into a strap. And look over the left shoulder. Now right leg back through center. Then bend the knee. And then grab the outside edge of the foot. Pull the knee down towards the floor. If possible, get the knee all the way down outside the ribs. The left leg might float up a little bit. Really stretching into the right hip. And now grab the right foot with both hands. Pull the foot in towards the chest as the knee and hip move forward. Stretching through the outer hip here. Extend the right arm out to the side. Take the left hand outside the right thigh. Guide it across the body for a nice gentle twist. Turn to gaze over the right shoulder. And let yourself really soften into the shape. Inhale back through center. Give the right knee one more good squeeze. And then extend the right leg long. Draw the left knee in. Start with some big circles here, just moving the knee all around the hip. Then squeeze the left knee in tight towards the left shoulder. Reach the right heel forward. Left hip dropping down, reaching forward. And now grab the left big toe. If possible, straighten the leg, or grab your strap or towel, or take anywhere on the leg. So holding on to something. Right hand reaches along the front of the right thigh. Now draw the left leg out to the sides. Left sitting bone drawing in towards the center of the body. Gaze over the right shoulder. Inhale, leg back through center. And now bend the knee, grab the outside of the left foot, pull down on the left foot so the knee comes towards the floor. Now both hands to the foot. Draw the left foot in towards the chest. Left knee and hip reaching forward. Take the right hand outside the left thigh, left arm out to the side. Guide the leg across, turn to look left. Let everything soften here. Completely held. Draw the knee back through center. Then both legs in. Wrap the arms around the shins, lift the head and chest, squeeze everything into a tiny little ball, full compression, the seed of infinite potential. And now release. Extend the legs long, extend the arms long, setting up for final Shavasana. Arms rest with the palms face up, legs roll gently outward. Soften the shoulders towards each other on the back, tailbone dropping towards the heels. Chin tucked ever so slightly to lengthen the back of the neck. And as you settle in here, feel the ground underneath you. Feel the air on your skin, the space around you. Take a deep inhalation. And let the exhalation wash all the way down and back. Soften the feet. Soften the ankles. Soften the lower legs. Soften the knees. Soften the thighs. Soften the hips. Soften the pelvis. All the internal organs. Soften the chest. Soften the heart. Soften the shoulders. Upper arms. Elbows. Forearms. Wrists. Let the hands be soft. Soften the neck, the throat, the jaw, the forehead. Soften the cheeks and the lips. Let the tongue be soft inside the mouth. And soften the eyes in their sockets. Soften your nose. Soften the ears. Soften the space between the ears and the center of the skull. Soften at the crown of the head. And if there's anywhere in the body that's still holding, any resistance that doesn't need to be there, soften there. Then let yourself rest in the softness. Fully supported, fully alive, fully aware. Begin to deepen the breath again. Let all the sounds of the world around you wash over you, wash through you. And then start little movements. The furthest extremities, fingertips, tips of the toes. Gradually waking up the body. Inhale, arms overhead, draw the legs together, stretch long through the center line. Slowly bend the knees. Roll to one side. Now, let the head be heavy. Press your way back up to a seat. Find any comfortable way to sit. Sitting bones dropping down and back. Lift up through the crown of the head. And notice whatever space you've made for yourself. And for the final portion of our practice today, as we've been doing every day, we'll do these special practices as part of the synchronized global prayer organized by the Indian Yoga Association. So this is an effort for people to collectively do the same practices to strengthen our collective shared immune system and create this connection to help communities and the population of humans worldwide overcome coronavirus and build the world that we want to see afterwards. So we'll start with 27 rounds of Brahmari. It's an inhalation for about 5 seconds and a longer exhalation, about 10 seconds, with a low humming sound, like a bumblebee. So here we go. 27 rounds. Let yourself sit in the residue after the sound. And now raise the arms up, and we'll say together 9 times. With all our collective prayers for peace, we power up our immune system. With all our collective prayers for peace, we power up our immune system. With all our collective prayers for peace, we power up our immune system. With all our collective prayers for peace, we power up our immune system. With all our collective prayers for peace, we power up our immune system. With all our collective prayers for peace, we power up our immune system. With all our collective prayers for peace, we power up our immune system. With all our collective prayers for peace, we power up our immune system. With all our collective prayers for peace, we power up our immune system. Clap the hands together. And we'll finish with 1 Om and 3 Shantis. Om, the sound of pure consciousness. Shanti, peace. Om, peace, peace, peace. Exhale completely. Deep inhalation. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Thank you so much for practicing. May you be well, stay safe, be kind towards all others that you interact with. We're all in this together.